Welcome to Mum Abroad's YouTube channel, where I'm joined today by Lena Perepelova. She's on a mission to make finance accessible and popular. Lena is the founder of Women Investors Club and Fund Finance Virtual Business School for Kids. She believes that by understanding finance, business, and economics, we can diminish inequality and improve social equilibrium. Lena's practical courses help women build their financial confidence, get essential knowledge, and feel comfortable making their own investment decisions. Lena is also the mother of 2 girls and recommends that children learn about business and finances from a young age. Hi, Lena.
Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm a big fan of your project. I think it's amazing that you find such brilliant entrepreneurs and interview them, and it's absolute pleasure to be here.
Lena, I first interviewed you for Mum Abroad almost 18 months ago, and you talked about how and why you created Women Investors Club and Fund Finance. I know both initiatives are still going strong today, and I wondered if you could remind us a little bit about why you feel financial education is so important for women in particular.
Yes, very happy to be back, Jane. Thank you. Right. I think lots of listeners will recognize that once you work a lot on one subject, it seems actually much more complex and much more important to you. And that, in a way, happened to me and financial education. Today, even I'm much more convinced how important is this topic, how it can change lives. I've read lots of research, and that it really makes a difference for people for all different ranges of incomes. And if we talk about financial education and women in particular, well, that's the whole big world we are talking about. Women, we don't feel very confident about finance. We find our relationship with money very complicated. We don't know much about it, and we tend to avoid it altogether. No, one of the most popular phrases I hear is like, "Oh, finance is not for me. It's not something for me." But it's actually extremely important, and it's more important actually for women than for men. And why? Because we earn less, we make more career breaks, we accumulate less pension provisions, we hardly invest. And so at the end of our lives, and we will have very long lives, we are in danger to end up with not sufficient funds and in financial distress. So that's why I think women in finance is something really important. And this is something today I'm very, very passionate about.
So can you tell me exactly why are you passionate about it? What is it that makes you want to get this out to a wider audience?
Well, I think finance in a way is misunderstood. There is lots of mystery around it. The finance as a science exists very little. There is lack of basic understanding of basic financial concepts, and with that comes lots of mystery about it. No, and also somehow money is surrounded by lots of emotions. Now we are very emotional about money. We think that money and happiness are really related. We feel anger, we feel guilt, jealousy. There is lots of it. And I think it should be normalized. I think finance and money should be as normal for us as sports and nutrition. And if we would see it as something very normal, then we would have a healthier relationship with money, and that would bring overall happiness.
What does it mean, Lena, to have a healthy relationship with money? Can you sum that up?
That's a good question. There is actually something which is called financial well-being, and it even has a definition. It's a state where a person can meet her financial obligations, feel secure about her financial future, and also make choices that allow her to enjoy life. So, if we talk about financial well being, there are three elements. One element that we can cover our costs and cover our debts. Then there is something about providing for the future. So it's important to save and it's important to invest. But there is also a third element, and we don't talk so much about this element. It's about connecting money with what makes us happy and dedicate our limited resources. And we always will have limited resources with something which really makes us happy. It's important to figure out what we are passionate about, what makes us happy, and if we connect it with our spending and ideally also with how we earn money, that really will affect us in general very positively.
And if our children see us as parents, as adults, having a healthy relationship with money, then presumably they're going to follow on and also learn about a healthy relationship with money. So you advocate for teaching children about finances from a very early age, and you offer courses via your academy. So I just wondered, perhaps you could give us some advice on how parents can start that conversation at home with their children, even very young children.
Yes. Well, first of all, even before we start having any conversations with our children, children actually will copy our behavior and they will also just absorb our overall attitude and relationship with money. So we have to be very careful and think about what kind of behavior we show to our kids, because we can talk to them one thing, but we can behave differently. And also, we tend to repeat what our parents taught us, but well, these messages might not be appropriate already. So we really have to evaluate our attitude and think what kind of messages we want and mindset also we want to transmit to our children. So that's number one. Secondly, I think we have to explain our children how the world functions. We have to be very honest about how we earn money. We have to show them how we spend money. Far too often I hear people never talk about real family finances with their kids. We don't disclose them our numbers. We don't talk about why we bought something, why we didn't, and we should do that. And also, we have to teach our children to spend money. Now, we are very inclined to give them messages about responsibility of saving, but it's by spending money and making your decisions and making some small mistakes, this is how you actually will learn.
You also offer programs to schools, and I know that you see this as a collaboration with teachers. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I designed a program which is which can be taught between 5 and 10 classes. So it's not very long. It's targeted at kids around 10 years old, but it's also can be taught to 7, 8 years olds. And it's really fun program which children enjoy, because we talk about businesses run by children or businesses they really know about. And based on these examples, we teach them basic concepts from business, economics, even accounting. With this knowledge, they really start understanding the world around us much better. And out of that, they get more interest to investigate about it, and they also get confidence. So hopefully the kids who attended this program, they will not be saying finance is not for me, because well, for them it was normal. They learned finance when they were very, very young. And if among these listeners there are teachers or people in schools who would like to run this program, I'm really interested to talk about collaboration, because we really want to see more children learn with our program.
And these courses, Lena, are all online?
No, these are materials, these are learning materials which teachers can teach in the classroom.
Okay, but teachers can approach you from anywhere in the world for the
Yes.
material.
Yeah. The courses are in English. And actually, we have two versions. We have a version for fluent and native English speakers, but also we have a version for not so fluent English speakers. So actually, they can practice English learning about business and economics.
I really like that idea. Lena, you're continually working to offer a variety of programs to reach different audiences, as we've heard. What's next in the pipeline for you?
Well, Jen, you heard me. I'm on a mission to make finance as popular as sports. Can you imagine? So I have lots of work to do. Well, to be serious, today I do lots of advocating. No, I speak on in the conferences, podcasts. I do in company talks and master classes, and I educate about finance and investing. So this is what I'm doing a lot nowadays, offering it even to the companies, to women associations, and my investment accelerator course is still going strong. It's now in a self-study mode, so more women and men, actually there are more men also following it, can learn with my programs.
Thank you so much, Lena, for coming back to share with us your passion for finance. If anybody wants to find out more about investing or the Fund Finance Academy, which is for children, they'll find your websites at the bottom of the screen now. So that's womeninvestorsclub.com and fundfinanceacademy.com. And there they'll find more information and also find your contact details, so telephone number and email address. So thank you very much for joining me, Lena.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you very much.